YouTube, what is going on? It's been a minute. We are back at it today, reacting to a gorgeous home in London, Ontario. So, this home is listed just under $5 million. So, let's sit back and let's react. All right, guys. So, this, as I said, we are reacting to a house here in London, Ontario. Address being 864 Clearview Avenue. So let's take a look at this house. I can already tell just by watching the first, what was that, 5 seconds? I'm really gonna like this house a lot. I will say London always will hold kind of a special spot for me. That's where I went to school, actually. So London's always been a spot that I've always enjoyed. I think they have some great homes out here at, typically reasonable pricing when you compare it to us here in the GTA. So there's a lot of value out there. Obviously, you can find work out there. That's a different thing, but a lot of great value out there for sure. And I mean, this home is an absolute showpiece already. So does anyone, I personally have a bit of a fear of an open staircase. Like aesthetically, I mean, obviously they look incredible, but to me, I'm always afraid of me kind of like tripping down into it a little bit, if that makes any sense. I mean, and also like if you had a dog or a cat or anything, them just being just crazy on the stairs and falling all the way down would always be a worry of mine as well. Um, and also me having a kid, probably not ideal, but aesthetically, top tier. So I love I love this. It's a little flex for your neighbors, You got your little garage showroom here, and you can see the back here. There's the neighbor has to just look at your insane cars every morning. Kind of a bit of a unfair thing to do, but if you can do it, why not, I guess. Yeah, see right here. There's the garage showcase. I don't know if I actually like it. I love all the windows. The windows are fantastic. All the multi-level of, your balconies and everything here. I mean, just the amount of natural sunlight coming in from all this, you know, glass windows, floor to ceiling windows would be insane. But to me, this kind of just looks, I don't know, it's different, but I don't like it overall. I mean, that's why when you get up to this price point, you got to find a very unique buyer because this is not a cookie cutter home where, every room, every house basically looks identical to each other. So for the right buyer, I'm sure they would love it. For me, I don't really like it. A garage is a garage. I mean, they kind of just whatever, but I like this kitchen. To me, what I've been more of a fan of lately, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen them as well, is essentially the two-tone like cabinet color. So like your island here having a little bit more of like a unique kind of pop of a color. I've seen a lot of like really dark navy blues, which look really sharp. I've seen some like really good like forest greens that look really sharp. Because to me, a lot of all this white. I know there's the black accents, which I like. Um, a lot of all this just white kind of gets washed out and kind of loses, I think, a bit of a personality to the home. Um, but again, obviously, people have their own opinions, and a lot of people like white. I mean, if you're showing a home, probably the easiest color scheme to go with when you're listing a home is just go all white. But for me, if I were to live in it, I'd be probably changing up some colors. I will stop it there. That's a great overshot view of the home. It actually doesn't look as big from this aerial shot, but it's still a very impressive home. It also, I can tell this was probably an older home that was recently purchased by a builder and completely redeveloped. You can just see, I mean, this house is still large up here, the neighbor, but you can just tell it's a little bit of an olderish home. So, I mean, that's also why they get these massive lots like this. Like, I mean, that's a huge, huge back patio here, plus like all this grass down here, like so much space. Front yard's massive. The front yard's bigger than most people's backyards nowadays. So, endless amount of physical space. So, that to me usually dictates that it's an older area where someone tore down, rebuilt, and rinse and repeat, you know? It's a very tall house. Okay. 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 For my golf people, which I am in there, I love golf. This right here, that is worth some money for me. I mean, to literally back onto a golf course. I don't know which golf course it is. I don't know if they'll mention it or not. I haven't golfed in London ever personally, so I wouldn't know. If you know, let me know down in the comments. I'm very curious. It looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks insane, but I personally don't know what golf course that is. But to be on one, unreal. That is a huge shower. It almost need generally it almost needs a way larger shower head or like a two. So instead of it kind of coming out from here, it should kind of like come up from this wall here, and you have like another one here type deal. I think that would be it would fill that space a little bit more because also it looks like the shower head just from this image, like where we froze it, the shower head looks like it awkwardly comes over your bench here. So I'm not sure the spacing of that per se. Like it should be more centered in my opinion, but that tub is really, really, really nice. I'm sure these floors are heated. If I had to guess, they look incredible. I mean, so much natural light though. Like as I was saying, like floor to ceiling windows just everywhere in the house. Yeah, see if we can pause. Yeah. So it's a little transitiony here, but you can kind of tell the idea of what I was saying. I mean, you can look across the street. These are a little bit older homes. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but because usually the older homes, before we really needed to think about our spacing of lot sizes and everything like that we do today, these older homes are typically sitting on huge lots because that's what everyone wanted. So there's a premium on that. And then because they're a little bit older, people with a lot of money like this house, they tear it down, they rebuild something and saying like this and resell. So I mean, we've been kind of seeing that, change through parts of the Durham region here, area here, Pickering and Ajax, and even Whitby. You're seeing a lot of those older homes that have been, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. Builders are coming in, buying them because they like the lots. People still do like a big lot. We've just kind of adapted to smaller lots. I don't think there's too many people that say, "Oh, I don't like a big lot," unless you're a condo person, which then you don't want a lot at all. But yeah, so this has been that trend. And as you can see, this has been a trend out here in London now. Some of these older homes, we're getting converted into these mansions. And also the pricing of it, I know it still seems crazy, is actually, when you compare an apple to an apple from like Toronto to London, I mean, this house in Toronto, you'd be looking at like 15 probably plus range. So, I mean, you're getting it at a fraction of the price. So, I mean, you got to take that into consideration when you're looking at these homes too, right? It's a nice room view right there. Now, for me, again, this backyard is huge. One thing I wish that was either staged or actually just constructed like that, but I think there needs to be a little bit more. It just seems like a lifeless house. It just seems like a stage house. Like no one lives there. No one's ever lived there. To me, I love, a home. Like to me, this is a house. Yeah, I always come back to this. To me, this is like a house. It's a really nice house, but to me, it doesn't really give me a lot of home vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like the difference, I think, between a house and a home is a house is just a piece of real estate, where a home is something that you will live in, day out, create memories with your family, everything. So to me, I think this home is kind of falling flat on that. Let me know, in the comments what you think. Like to me, like it's a really nice house. Sorry, not a home. It's a very nice house, but to me, it's lost a lot of the personality that I think would make it a home. And I know a lot of people would put their own personality, you know, into this house to make it a home. But to me, I see too many obstacles to get it to a point where it would be a home without spending a lot of money, and or just changing things that obviously you're going to pay a premium for because they updated it and are selling it as such. So to me, it's a very nice house, but I don't think it's a home. Okay, so we're in the basement, which is a walkout. So, I mean, like it's a nice, as I said, it's a nice house. It's got a lot of nice features. Um, it just kind of throws me off that it strikes me as like, what am I trying to say here? It strikes me as like one of those homes you see like in a magazine where I think people are like, "Ooh, that looks really nice." And like, don't get me wrong, it does, but I think if you were to go into this home and be like, "Okay, I'm actually going to live here every single day," would you feel like it's a home? Like the windows are cool. I think it's actually almost too many windows. Like especially here, like right in the middle here, like that's just windows front to back. all day, every day. And they're not the kind of windows that you would ever put curtains on or anything like that because A, it's just massive, and I think B, it would look kind of weird. So, I mean, that area every single day is going to just be on display every day. And to me, I like the light, but I also like my privacy. So, again, I think this is a great show home. I think whoever the builder is, did a fantastic job building this, this house. But to me, it wouldn't be for me. So I would love to hear what you guys thought of this home. Again, we're at 864 Clearview Avenue in London, Ontario. List price, I believe, was just under $4.8 million. So, as I said, when we compare it to Toronto, it's a great price. But to me, it would not be for me, and I would be taking a pass on this house. I like it, but I can't see myself living in it every day. So, with that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to be hitting more real estate reaction videos out here. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any videos going forward. And I will catch you later.